Hey everyone, welcome back. So if you saw last week's video, you will see that I have the same makeup on and the same sweater. I just am doing 2 videos in one day because I'm trying to get ahead because I've been so bad lately about, like, today's Friday and I want my videos to go up on Fridays. But I've been really bad lately about not filming the video until Friday. Then I have to upload, edit, and then upload to YouTube and do all the description and everything all in one day, and it takes a while. So the other video I edited is going to go up today. And then this video I'm going to work on and hopefully, like, throughout the week, work on it a little bit at a time and not all in one day again. So that way, I'm not stressed out all in one day about getting a video up. Today's video, I'm doing an eyeshadow palette declutter. Deep breaths because I don't think I'm going to do very good on this. When I was pulling them out of, like, the various hiding places I had them in my bathroom, I kept thinking, I'm not getting rid of this, I'm not getting rid of this, I'm not getting rid of this. And then at the end, I had this stack of 18 eyeshadow palettes that I don't know that I want to get rid of. So I know for sure there's 2 that I want to get rid of. But I want to try to go for 5. Like, I want to try to get them all condensed down into one drawer. So, which a couple of them won't fit in the drawer. So that saves up a little bit more space in my drawer. So I'm going to see what I can do here. I'm going to try my best to actually get rid of some. Okay, so I'm going to start out with these 2 biggest ones I have sitting here. And that is this Morphe 35V palette. This is like my first, I would say, big brand eyeshadow palettes. You know, I can't get rid of it. So I think I spent $25 on this. And until this, I'd never spent $25 on an eyeshadow palette before. And I use it a lot. I really like most of the colors in here, and I love the formulas. I know some people have a problem with Morphe, and I never really looked into it. I don't really know why, but I really like this eyeshadow palette. So, of course, I'm not getting rid of this. My next palette is my oldest palette. I've literally probably had this for 15 years. Don't come at me. I know that, like, people say your makeup goes bad, but does eyeshadow go bad? Because this stuff still works fine. Also, this was my first eyeshadow palette. Like, my first big eyeshadow palette is from Coastal Scents. And look at all these colors. And look how many I've hit pan on. Just from, like, you can see all the colors I used to use when I was in, like, high school and stuff. This was just, like, amazing. When I bought this, I might have spent $25 on this. So I said that Morphe was like the first time I spent a lot of money on an eyeshadow palette. But this, of course, I justified it with, I think it has 88 shadows in it. I loved it, and I used it all the time. And every now and then, if I'm looking for a certain color, I'll still go into this. But don't come at me for how old it is. It still works pretty good. I can't throw this away. I'll probably have this when I die. See, I'm just going to grab them in no particular order. So next I have a Profusion, of course. I guess I'll go ahead and grab both my Profusion palettes because I'm not getting rid of them. I love these. They're so inexpensive. Like, the price you pay for a Profusion palette, I want to say this is $10, I think. And the quality is so good on both of them. Now, I forgot to mention, I didn't, like, add, like, quads in here. Like, I don't know, like the e.l.f. bite-sized palettes, I didn't really consider them palettes. I know people do, but I don't know. They're not in that category for me, so I'm not putting them in here. They're kind of in my category of single shadows. That's where I keep them in my, like, organizer. When I eventually do a single shadow declutter, I might do that, I don't know. Maybe I'll go through that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I don't really consider them a palette. Anyway, I'm keeping both of my Profusion palettes. Next is this Nightmare Before Christmas Revolution palette. I can't get rid of this. I use it a lot. I've been using it a lot. I don't use it on here very often because you can't get it now. So if you don't have this and I do something and you kind of want to do that look, then you can't get the same color. But I've been using it a lot. I really like it. I love this color here. It's called Jack's House. If you just put this on your eye, it's just like if you darken it in the middle and then kind of like pat it out, it's like a good smoky color. These are really, really pretty, and the shimmers are nice. I love the stamps of Jack's face in them. You can see this one. I love them. This one I think I'm going to put in my maybe get rid of pile. This is the Revolution Tammy X palette. I really, really, really like the colors. Like, look at them. They're so bright and pretty, but I don't ever reach for this. The colors, some of them are kind of hard to build up, and I don't know, it's just meh. I do love that it has a mirror, and it used to stand up on its own, but it doesn't really anymore. And it's a really sturdy case. I just don't ever reach for it, ever. So this one's probably gonna go. Next is this Coastal Scents Creative Me palette. My friend gave me this a long time ago, and I can't get rid of it because all these colors, I don't know if you've ever used a Coastal Scents palette, but like that other one that I have, and then this one, they're just beautiful colors, and they are so pigmented. I really, really like them, so I'm going to keep this too because even though it's old, the colors still work really, really well. Next, I have this e.l.f. This is the one, I got this for Christmas, and it has the bronzers underneath it, the bronzers and that blush, and I'm keeping this too because I haven't really got to use it a whole lot, so, and I like the colors, and e.l.f. eyeshadows work really, really well, so I'm keeping this one because I really like that it has bronzers and stuff in it too, so that one day when I actually get good at bronzers, I can use them. Along with that e.l.f. palette, I'm going to keep this e.l.f. palette that I also got for Christmas. I've been using this one a lot. I really like it. This one is one of my favorite colors. Look how pretty it is. And then this one's really, really pretty too. Really pretty. I like this palette a lot, so I'm keeping this. Okay, so the video I did before this where I did this eye look, I did that look because I wanted to use this palette because I wanted to give it another shot. I'm still on the fence. This is the Kokie Pure Magic palette, and I like it sometimes. Like, I like this blue, this shimmer, this is like almost a bright pink, and I love this color. I don't think I have this color in any other palette. It's so pretty. But that's about it, and I don't reach for this palette often unless I'm reaching for these shimmers, these 3 shimmers. So this one might go too. I don't know, this is the second. I think I had another Koki palette, but I think I gave it away already because I can't find it. And I've tried so hard with the Koki shadows. I love their makeup. Like this eyeliner's from Koki. I had a mascara that I really liked from them. My foundation I really like from them. My highlighter I'm wearing I really like. It's just, I don't know. Their eyeshadows just don't cut it for me. So I think this one's going to go in my giveaway pile too. Next I have this BH Cosmetics Drop Dead Gorgeous Little Bit Psycho palette. And this, I think they still have it on their website. It might have been a Halloween thing, but I love this. And this is the only BH Cosmetics eyeshadow I've ever tried. And I really, really, really like it. This is just a white. It's not really a shimmer. It's such a good black. You know I love a black in a palette. And the reds, I love a red look. And the shimmers are good. I just love, love, love this. Love this. So I'm keeping that. Next is really dirty. This is the, I don't know what they're called. I'm going to have to look. It's the Colourpop palettes where you pick out the shadows you want. Of course, I can't get rid of this. I picked them all out myself. I really like this. One of the colors in that Koki palette that I was kind of drawn to is almost like a lavender color. It's like this. In a lot of palettes, there's like one specific color that you know you don't have in any other palette. And this was that purple one for a while in that Koki palette, but I have it in here, and I really like using this like lavender color. It's really pretty. So obviously I'm keeping this one. See, I told you I was gonna have a hard time with this. I'm not really getting rid of anything. Okay, next this is a Bitsy palette from Ulta. And I know I said I wasn't doing quads, but I'm getting rid of it, so I wanted to show you. I really wanted this for like traveling because it's in a hard case. You can pick your shadows. You can just pry them out of there and pick your shadows. It came with like a little sponge applicator. I lost a million years ago, apparently. I dropped it one time. I drop everything. Everything. I dropped it one time. The clasp broke, so it doesn't stay shut, and that shadow broke. Which I know you shouldn't judge it based on its durability, but I got it mainly for like traveling, and if I dropped it once and it broke, I didn't want to replace it. And also, I only have these 4 shadows, and they're not very good quality. I got this from Sally's. They have there's like little palettes you can choose from, and then there are a whole bunch of different shadows you can choose from. I just didn't really like the quality, so that's gonna go. Here's another one that's gonna go. This is the Ace Beauty, and I've only seen one other person on YouTube use this. I guess I've never really searched it. It has these really pretty colors in it. These 2 are the only ones I have actually ever used. I got this from a friend, and I really, really like the color. You know, I love a look with this color in it, but I have this color everywhere, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one because I never reach for it. Next is another Halloween palette that I'm pretty sure you can't get it still. You might be able to, but I don't think you can. Is this Profusion Here Lies Hellcat palette. It's just like a bunch of bright colors. It's really pretty. I like it a lot, and it's Profusion, so they're good shadows. Keeping that. Next is This is another one I got from a friend, and this is Laura Lee Party Animal. First off, it's cute. It's super cute, and it has a mirror. And these colors are really pretty. These three are the only ones I think I've used out of here. But this color right here is the reason I'm keeping this palette. Like, I want to show you. This is the prettiest purple I have ever seen. Ever. Like, it's beautiful. This is my favorite purple. So it's truly the reason I'm keeping this palette, that purple is. Because I don't have this kind of purple in any other palette. But also, this pink is really pretty. It's like a shimmery pink. And the blue is like a really pretty pigmented blue. I should use it on this look. So I'm keeping this little palette. Down to 2 more. Next I have this Colourpop All That palette. One of my favorite palettes. I don't like that this black is glittery. And this black, you can see, has a lot of fallout. But I love Colourpop shadows. And I love a look with these colors. So the one palette I got rid of has a color like this in it. That's why I got rid of that palette, because I already have that color. This is one of my favorite palettes, because like the shimmers are beautiful. The reds are beautiful. I just love this palette, so I'm keeping this one. And the last one I have is the Catrice Badass Bay palette. I really like this palette. There's nothing, it has a mirror in it. It's not like I didn't like it, and it's not that I didn't, like, they don't work with, they do work really well. It's just, I don't ever reach for it. If I do, it's just for these colors down here, and I already have them in another palette. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. But it is a good palette. It just doesn't, I don't ever reach for it. It's pretty. It's really pretty packaging. I like it a lot. And I hit my 5 I wanted to get rid of. I think I did all right. So I'm getting rid of the Bitsy palette, the Catrice Badass Bay palette, the Ace Beauty palette. I don't know, guys. Okay, I'm getting rid of it. The Koki palette and the Makeup Revolution palette. The only two I'm like, are these two, but I don't ever reach for them, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these two. Okay, I was really nervous for that because eyeshadow is my favorite thing, and I was kind of afraid I wasn't going to be able to get rid of any, but I think I did okay. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping back by. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!